It's the NFL on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New Orleans Saints and the New York Giants. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one, and I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind, but I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You could look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. But we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
Blake Groupie out and ready to send this away. And away we go from East Rutherford. Gray now on the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And leading them out, someone playing at a high level over a decade after entering the league. He's got a Super Bowl to his name. It's Russell Wilson.
Kate, Russell Wilson's one of the NFL's most experienced quarterbacks. He's also one of the winningest quarterbacks, even with a couple bumps in the road in Denver. Remember, over that decade in Seattle with Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom, there wasn't a quarterback that won more games in the history of the league over the first 10 years. 9 times to the Pro Bowl as well. Put a supporting cast around him, give him a run game in the defense, and Russell Wilson still knows very well how to play this game.
They get an even 10 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. They go right back to Tracy. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Throwing on 3rd, Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. Oh, he's going to run for it! And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Well, that's an excellent job by the defense. All eyes on the quarterback. When you're playing a quarterback that can escape, well, even though you cover, you still got to cover down and go chase that QB out of bounds before he could get the first down.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
First down, here's Russ. Brought in right side. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Working inside the red zone. Connects with Johnson. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
You've heard that very common term in draft vernacular called catching radius. Let me tell you, as a quarterback, You love tight ends on drag routes because that catching radius for such a big target, then you see him, you eye him, and there's a comfort level between QB and tight end to make that connection.
Now it's a bootleg for him. The throw is caught. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. A nice gain of 8 there, and it brings them to 1st and goal.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
Tracy. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
They're lining up on the doorstep. 2nd and goal from inside the 1. Wilson looking to throw. And he will score. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Graham Gano to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. On the return, it's Kendre Miller. He's got a lane up past the 30. They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Saints take the field. And amidst the veterans, it's this rookie quarterback leading them out.
It's always fun, puts a smile on my face when I see a rookie leading an offense out. A lot of them look like 10-year vets with confidence and poise in the middle of that huddle, middle of their teammates. But let's watch his first couple throws. That's where sometimes you could see some of those nerves slipping through.
Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves. And you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. Running down the left side. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Well, Brock, they could prove me wrong, but I don't think touchdowns are going to come that easily the rest of this game. But starting out, we all welcome the quick score.
Yeah, not a lot of energy exerted, right? Not a lot of their cards shown just yet. They only got a couple plays into their strategy, and they found pay dirt. A lot of mystery still to come with what they're going to do schematically. And a lot of answers have to be found defensively.
Blake Grupe to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants taking the field for their second possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Wilson. It's complete to Darius Slayton. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Second and 3 now. From the 34. Like a good target, Brock. Neighbors is there. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
New set of downs for him from the 46. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, you really do love those 5-yard gains on first down. You know what it kind of feels like? Kind of feels like making pars on the golf course on the par 3s. And now, on the par 5s, you can go let it rip.
Russ now from the gun. Into the hands of Neighbors. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset? They'll come up 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Here's Tracy once more. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
This offense will take that from their ground game every time. But I know, because I've been around this league a long time, runs like that, they're really hard to come by. It takes everybody, and maybe a little breakdown there on defense, too, to take advantage of.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Tracy is in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants break the tie here in the first. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Miller on the return. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. This New Orleans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. 1st and 10, looking to throw. He gets it to Juwan Johnson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he's stopped.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Completed to his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. It's a 14-7 game. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're back for the second quarter. Saints in possession of the football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. He's got Shaheed. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a first down, but you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
To throw here on 1st down. This finds Moreau. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Second and 3 now. Here's a give inside to Kamara. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Kamara now on 1st and 10. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 23. Gets this one to Shaheed. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. From the gun, here's Akers. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Tight end in motion left. They run it from the gun with Kamara. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. He'll get 2 yards, and that brings up 2nd down. run for Kamara. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
On 4th down, out comes the Saints field goal team and Blake Grupe. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Mikatomny's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Giants and Tyrone Tracy are running back on now. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
That type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Wilson. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. From the gun, it's Wilson. Connects with Slayton. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Got it, man. Robinson has it. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I really like the timing of that screen call to the perimeter. Get the ball in space to operate and turns into a nice gain.
They'll come up 1st and 10. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Giants with a chance to add to their lead. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Wilson. Gets this to Johnson. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
1st down, here's Russ. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And it's a turnover, the defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Saints ready to return their offense to the field. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They go play action on first. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. They're going play action. Fits it through the middle. He's off to the races. There it is. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints get some late points and the lead. That score was less about the throw, although it was good, partner, but it was more about getting it to somebody who knew exactly what to do with it.
Well, Kate, it's a good thing the touchdown shows up on both their stat sheets, because sometimes, well, it's quarterback who delivers, and sometimes it's the effort after the catch that really makes the magic happen.
Group B to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Saints push their lead to 3. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the goal line. And this drive will start inside the 25. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Wilson on 1st and 10. He's got Bellinger. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Giants using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They motion the slot man right. Wilson now from the gun. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Motioning the tight end now. That's caught for the first. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All set up now for 1st and 10. Once more, it's Wilson. Neighbors with the catch. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. Sticking in the air with Wilson. That's incomplete left side.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Russ is cooking again. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain. And the Saints go in nickel. Third down. Wilson to throw again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
I know on the stat sheet, Kate, that shows up as passing yards, but any defensive coordinator will take it. Understanding down and distance and keeping that offense short of the sticks.
On fourth down, we'll see Graham Gano lead the Giants field goal unit out. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it'll knock this game up late in the second quarter.
Well, nothing to critique there. Good snap, good hold, and he puts it through to pay off the drive with 3 points.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Here's Miller on the return. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Here's Miller on the return. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. The Saints headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has to be happy about his game. We're checking some of the highlights right now that he's made so far. A good showing that's seen him in the zone from time to time. And also he's just seen the field well from his spot in the middle of this offense. First and 10 now from the 30. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Running back sent in motion. Kamara's got it. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Running behind center with Kamara. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Bobby Okereke making that stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face second and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Second and 10 now. Connects with Johnson. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Brought down by Paulson Adebo. Let's see what they went with on third down. Pass play now. Taken in by Shaheed. And they make the tackle at the 38. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Saints are going to have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. This is Kamara. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. He was brought down by Roy Robertson-Harris. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Now they send their back in motion right. 2nd and 8. That's complete to Kamara. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Kamara running out of the gun. And he drives this forward to the 6. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. He'll throw it. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Looking to the air here. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open in the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be 2nd down.
You only get so many chances to make this type of play for your team. Boy, you'd love to see him come through there.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. They are throwing it again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. Group B to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Saints break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Group B on now to handle the kickoff. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now here comes the New York offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A give to Tracy up the middle. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. Wilson to throw it. Taken in by Bellinger. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That play wrapped up by Demario Davis. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
It's plays like that, Kate, that I'm happy I'm the color analyst and you and your spotter are doing play-by-play, because that was a massive humanity, a whole bunch of bodies to sort through for 1 yard.
Ross off the play fake. Connects with Slayton. And he'll get it up to the 44. The rookie out of Alabama there on the tackle. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. A handoff to Tracy. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Giants will have a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Wilson with it on first. Forced out to his right. He tucks it and takes off. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that play good enough for a first. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Quick slant caught by Neighbors. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And the Giants will have a first down.
I think one of my first welcome to the NFL moments, Kate, was my first rookie mini camp. And in the West Coast system, and Mike Holmgren, who taught like Bill Walsh, it wasn't just getting a completion. It was putting it right on the spot so the receiver could do damage like we just saw.
First down throw from Wilson. Finds his target, Robinson. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Coming left is Tracy. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. They can decide to play for the tie or win later. First, they've got to reach that end zone. It's 1st and goal. It's Tracy on the carry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Backed up to the 8 here. It's 2nd and goal. They go right back to Tracy. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up 3rd and goal. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. It's tipped away, and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Desperation time here on fourth. Yeah, this is caught. Touchdown, New York! The Giants now trailed by just a point in the fourth. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. Gano ready to send this away. Here's Miller on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Saints ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. Second down now, 7 to go. They kick the running back in motion. From the 26 on second down. Gets this to Johnson. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll motion a tight end left. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Down he goes. The Giants got to him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giants football. 1st and 10 from the 41. On play action now, Wilson. This is complete to Neighbors. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. This is Tracy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10+, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
1st down, here's Russ. He finds Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 27. Short pass brought in. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. Pickup of 2 here. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're in the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take a 4th quarter lead. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts him in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Gano for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. This offense and their quarterback making their way back out there, ready to take over once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throw secured by Brandon Cooks. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and the Saints are going to have a first down.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. But find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Finds the in route complete. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Motioning one of the tight ends. They give on 2nd to Kamara. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They'll throw on 1st. Catch made by Cooks. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion. Able to get it to Moreau. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Looking to throw it. That's complete to Kamara. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a gain of 4. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
This finds Moreau. And he drives it down to the 8 before going out. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with first and goal.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
They send a tight end in motion. They'll run with Kamara. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut, second down. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Setting up to pass. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, third and goal. Throwing now. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And the defense comes through. Fourth down, that much tougher.
Every sack, every stop has just been like another nail in the coffin. And now, well, now there's only one spot for a nail left. This is their last chance. And that defense, well, they've got this crew on the edge of the cliff. Now can they go finish when it matters the most?
Three plays haven't gotten it done. Now a fourth to try to reach that end zone. Here he is to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. He can't find the end zone. They stop him, and they'll still trail as they turn it over on downs. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. We have a timeout here. Second one taken by New Orleans. And they'll have just one left to burn now. Lining up to take a knee on second down. Your favorite formation, right, Brock? The victory formation here as he takes a knee. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. After one final kneel down, partner, and this should do it. He goes to a knee as time winds down in this one.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So here at MetLife, it's the G-Men who come away with the win. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And Kay, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game. It's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner, Brock Heward, and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a well-earned win for the Giants as we say so long from New York.